guys. I'm doing a Black Ops review, and it's kind of dark because, you know, that's just it. So, and I can't get out of the line. It says classified right there. And, right there, Call of Duty Black Ops.
Gears of War 3. Man, I suck. Another game. Of my game out. What's up? This is another episode of Bicycle Trial. And this is what's this 20?
What is up, everybody? Darkside Spencer here, and currently we are awaiting for the what's his name, the state trooper, to go on a road test with Austin, and I just want to capture it on film, and hopefully he gets it and he passes it, which I bet he will. There it is, so there it is, boy. There it is. Get it, Austin. Get it. Get it. Oh, look at that crap. Oh. Look at that. That is how you do it, man. Dude, he's got that crap, man. I should have filmed that. Anyways, guys, I'll be filming Austin's graduation. Hi, my name is Spencer Simmons, and I am 15 years old, and I am interviewing myself as I have the questions that I plan on using later. So, as you guys currently know, I am the director of this documentary and the editor, and my purpose is to explain myself at this moment, and yeah. I think I've lived in Jellicoe for going on 6 years now, but in reality I've done a total of 5 years, and of course that's a long time. I was told that we would be moved out of Jellicoe within a couple years, and it's now became a recurring joke with some of my friends that I'll never move, because I've always said it, that I was going to move out and me and my parents were going to go elsewhere, and it's never happened. The economy here is pretty low. It is notoriously one of the poorest places in Tennessee, and I'm afraid that people here are never going to have that stable feeling whenever they get older, especially my friends. I feel sorry for my friends who never get out of here. And like I said, this place has been one long ride, and I feel like it's time for me to leave. And we gave this last year in conditions, and that will be mentioned later in a later interview with my friend Forrest, of the pretenses, and I will not go into it because that is not the issue here. So the economy, all my friends, they're all poor. There's only a few select people that I know is actually, decently stable, whom really doesn't deserve it. And I fear that is the right term for it, is the people that are rich here don't deserve it. And I know that's a bad thing coming from somebody like me, but it's the truth. To go into deeper concept, the reason why I say that is because most of the rich people I know around Jellicoe are the people that really take things for granted. They don't do well in school, and I'm talking about the children here. And I feel sorry for the kids. They grow up in this small town, and I've seen better. And everyone calls me a city slicker, but at the same time, I've seen better than what they live. And I think everyone deserves the right to have a better life. In return, they'll be happier. They won't have to stress. They'll never have to say I'm poor anymore. I think what's the best thing, like the best resolution to all this, or the best solution, is to move. Well, in my last statement of the residents here, I personally do not like most of the residents here. I've heard many people, screaming, yelling. They're all a bunch of... I feel like everyone is watching everyone. Like, at this very moment, I still feel that. I feel like everyone is against each other. And I feel like no one actually wants to have outsiders come into their little clique. And that's what I noticed whenever I went to school here, is that if you're not in their clique, they will reject you. And I will put that out there, and if I get beaten up or whatever over that concept, people don't realize that that's what it is, that people don't realize that That's how they really judge people. And I think that's one of the most judgmental parts about Jellicoe, Tennessee. In a later interview, I interviewed my friend Forrest Cottrell. I was going to get a picture to show for his face, but at the same time, I felt like that was unnecessary to keep his identity, closed. Not, for the world to see. But you guys will see him in the Walking Dead series that I did. But at the same time, the teachers at Jellicoe High School, they are disrespectful. They are always asking you to be quiet. I don't remember growing up hearing all of that. And to be honest with you, some of the people are actually nice. But mainly the people that came from outer places, out of state, or even out of, the town, can tell you that some of the people here are judgmental, and the teachers are just, you really have to be related to somebody to get good grades, and that's really how I feel about it. This is one question that I did not ask of my friend Forrest that will be coming up shortly. What is my overall opinion of Jellicoe, Tennessee? Well, in this documentary, you will see things that you never would ever think of. And I'm willing to go to jail over this little documentary to show how well, or actually how bad, this town is kept. It is not regularly cleaned. The citizens have tried to clean it up, but, the people who are not contributing to society has been littering everywhere, and it's just a bad place to be, because you gotta think about it. If you have one person doing it, other people will start to catch on, and then you have a whole cycle of trash all over the place, and it just becomes one big mess. And that's how I feel about that. I really hate Jellicoe, in my opinion. I feel like I have lost at least half of my life in Jellicoe, and I know that's hard for people who have known me, and they can finally hear, in my own words, of my opinion. I don't really like Jellicoe at all. I have wanted to get out of here since about year 2, and I've already completed 5 years, so it's about to hit year 6. It's 2016. We moved here in November of 2010. I feel like that I lost some of my life here, and yes, my brother, he did get to play football. He did make friends, and I feel like on his side that he got the better end of the deal, and I feel like he's always gotten that better end of the deal. But at the same time, I'd rather see someone else be happy than me. And I know people around me would think differently, but that's truly how I feel. And it's not because I'm on video. It's because if you ever seen me give someone a gift, and I'll take this into consideration for you guys. I'll even tell you guys what I got my mom for Christmas. I could have used $50 for Steam. A whole $50 for Walmart. Yet, I saw and heard... Actually, no, I heard my mom talk about how much she wanted a Harry Potter movie. Not a Harry Potter movie. It's all of them in one little Blu-ray pack. And I felt like I wanted to teach my brother something, because he has always thought, in my opinion, he's always thought for himself. And I love the guy. He's, like I said, he's surprised me with a lot of things. And he's done a lot of things that I don't think I will ever get to do. But at the same time, I want him to learn, and I wanted to teach him that you need to think of others. And we've had a rough year, and I know I have, and this documentary will show parts where I've been at my worst, and stuff that's never came to my friends, anything that's ever came to YouTube itself will now be displayed, and I will now show you the real Jellicoe and how everyone else around it has been affected. And that's my overall feeling of Jellicoe. So yeah, I got my mom that. It was $78 or something like that. I only had $50, and my brother chipped in. And I felt like I did good for once. And my father and our relationship has. All right, I might as well just go into it. My relationship with my family has dwindled slowly. I feel as if never again will my family be the same, and for some reason I believe that. And I don't blame 100% on Jellicoe. It's just behind these walls, in these walls, I feel like a madman just all the time. And I feel like every day I go into class, it's like every day I think, which at one point I really did think of leaving, without nobody knowing, but then I really thought about it, and it just didn't seem like the way to go. Again, I feel like I've lost part of my life. I know I've stated that 4 times, but I genuinely believe that. And my mom said I told her that the other day, and she said that on the other hand, my brother lived through his life because I lost mine, part of mine at least. And that's not her direct words. Her direct words were that I'm not seeing it clearly that we saved my brother's life, because my brother, he was bullied almost all of his life, freaking bullied to death. He was really bullied. Every day he'd come home crying and bruised, and it makes me mad, because part of me wishes we would have stayed because of the things that has transpired, which I will reveal sooner or later. And relationships and friendships that I've had, I will talk deeply into. And that's sort of the main consensus, is how people have evolved into this environment. And that is the point I am making here. I want to explain the bad that has happened here. And it's just, there's no other way to put it. So yeah, this is me, 1/15/2016 at 5:30 p.m. We are going to be moving sooner or later. And that, like I said, it's been a joke for a while. But this year we got to move. I feel like I'm going crazy here. This place has destroyed everything that I love. And I don't know what else to say. I mean, what do you say? I'm not gonna stand by and gain weight, become depressed even more, and then nothing. It's like a whole paradox. It's like as if everything is a facade until it actually happens. And once this place happened, I realized that moment whenever I agreed to stay in Jellicoe was a turning point. And once we found out how Jellicoe was going to be, we made it our mission to leave. And obviously, that hasn't came true. We are still stuck here. I want my fellow classmates to stay here too. And everyone says they're content with this place. And that is not the way to live. In order to grow, you gotta keep moving. You cannot stop, ever.